Good morning, guys. Welcome to another weekly prep where I like to take you guys along to show you the fun and functional things we do on the weekend. This weekend is filled with a lot of extra stuff that we don't normally have going on, which I will share. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I'm mom to 3 little girls, ages 6, soon to be 4 when you're watching this, and just turned 1. My husband's a busy chef. I run Work Life Glue, and I like to take you guys along. So I recently shared a homeschool room tour, and I actually filmed that in August, and it's beginning of September now. We just finished our first week of homeschooling. I have since changed the room, so I'm just going to show you some of the changes. I will do a full new room tour in a few months after I'm sure I change things more, but I needed to get ahead on video. So I have this print, which you guys probably have seen if you've been watching my weekly preps, that my friend made me. I'll link to her shop below. It's an Anne Shirley quote that I love. And then we also have this nugget that became a first day of school present for the girls. We had planned to give it to them for Christmas, and normally they sell out really quickly and then take months to arrive. So once I saw it in stock, I ordered it, and then it came in like 2 weeks, and we don't have a good place to store it, and you're supposed to open it right away so it can air out. So we just gave it to them now. I really like how it fits in here. We can sit on there to read. We can build forts with it. We can move it around. It's just worked out really, really well. They can put them all out and jump on them and stuff. They love it. So those are the main 2 changes in here. As far as our first week of homeschooling, it went really well overall. But I'm kind of torn now, like where we want to homeschool. I know we can homeschool all over, but with a multi-level house, it's just like I have this blue cart here that I have all of our homeschool stuff on. It's not easy to bring stuff upstairs, so I'm almost thinking of getting like a little carrying case or something. Then I thought of like turning our whole dining room into a homeschool space, like bringing a lot of the stuff up there, but I don't know. I don't want to do anything too drastic the first week. Like, it's not a good indicator of how things are going after the first week. So I'm gonna pause, but I think having a basket or something that I could easily, if you hear screaming, that's just our 1-year-old. She's just, all 3 of her children are very loud children. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting some kind of like utility case or like 31 bag or something to carry stuff up and down. Like our calendar and stuff are upstairs right now because I brought them up, but we decided for this bulletin board to put the timeline here. We're learning the timeline both in our classical conversations. We're doing the ancient history for that, and then we're doing the whole world history for our Heart of Dakota curriculum, like a very simple version of it. So right now we have creation up here, we'll have Adam and Eve, and then so on, and we'll just add to it throughout the year. We have these little cards, so by the end of the year we'll kind of have a whole view of the whole history of the world. So I recently announced that I am starting a subscription box, so that is why I had to change my office up. I needed storage space for samples and kind of figuring out what each box will be, and I need more space for inventory and stuff. And so we have a lot going on over here. We have had some water issues in our basement bathroom. The only bathroom that's been updated, well, it's brand new. It was never here when we moved in. We added this. Took half of our storage room and added a bathroom. But we've had 2 water issues. One, it looks kind of crazy in here right now, which is what we're dealing with today. One is from that pipe. We had our fridge water line snapped 2 times last year, so we ended up just taking it out, and then the place where it can got filled in, like the pipe where we put like a stop to it so the water wasn't like just coming out where that pipe, that little hose was, it started leaking into the wall and down. But we also have this shower. As you can see, we've got some issues here. This shower, we could not fit a whole big panel shower in because it wouldn't fit through the doorways and stuff. So we have this one that has 2 different panels, and it's supposed to let the water run back down, but it's been getting moldy in there. I didn't realize that it was like, I would scrub it every once in a while, but like it's impossible to get all the way back there. But we found out it was going into the wall, which I didn't know until this started happening. And so we opened up the wall on the other side and found this lovely sight. So yeah, I've been running a dehumidifier in here. This has been closed up, so we're not breathing it in all the time. But my dad's coming today. We're gonna replace that whole whole piece of sheetrock so that we don't have mold issues, and then kind of redo that side of the bathroom. I also need a lot of the storage space in there for inventory, so I'm gonna take all of our Christmas stuff and put it in the garage. But with all of this happening at one time, and I just announced, like, it's been, and homeschooling starting, like, it's been a very crazy, overwhelming week, in a lot of good ways, but also just overwhelming. So I haven't gotten to that yet, but my dad's coming today. So the plan is, instead of just putting a new piece of sheetrock, and he accidentally broke this towel rod off, which is okay because I have a plan. So instead of just replacing this and mudding and taping and repainting it all, what we plan to do is we're gonna get beadboard that's about this tall, just run it along this wall, which is fine. I don't plan to do this wall, like, I don't think it's a big deal that it's only gonna be on one wall. It's a very small bathroom and this is the only like full wall. And then we'll have like a wooden cap right here, and I bought some hooks for towels instead of the towel rod. And then I'll obviously have to patch and paint these areas, but we're not gonna have to worry about that. What we're doing to fix the problem of the shower leaking into the wall is we're just gonna add some caulking to that gap. Clean it really well and just add some caulking so water doesn't go in there at all. And that should eliminate it from going into the wall, so we don't have this issue. But we're also gonna get, I think, cement board that's like waterproof or whatever, instead of just regular drywall for behind the beadboard. So that's just today's festivities. I'm gonna drop the girls off with my parents and with my mom, because Sam has to work this morning, and gonna go to Menards with my dad, help load all that stuff into his trailer, and then bring it back and start working on that. I'm not gonna be the best help with 3 little kids to have to manage at the same time, but just so thankful for him and thankful that wasn't worse. But first, laundry. So I started this bucket list like 3 weeks ago and never finished it. So I'm gonna work on this. The girls are just playing Legos. Gwenny's taking a nap. And then we'll head over to my mom soon, and I will go to Menards with my dad. The girls ate a lot of snacks at my mom's that took way longer than I had expected. We just got home, just having leftover pizza, leftover corn, some oranges for lunch, and then it'll be nap time and we'll start working on the bathroom. We weren't able to caulk these where everything meets because we bleached it and it's not completely dry yet, so my dad's gonna come back to do that tomorrow just to make sure. Okay, so this is how far we got today. So tomorrow my dad's going to caulk this seam along this edge. He's gonna do the whole shower, fix these ceiling tiles, and then that's basically it. So I will be painting, I'll be filling nail holes and all that kind of stuff, but he's doing, and then we have hooks that are gonna go on here for the towels. I don't know about you guys, but house projects with little kids stresses me out. Like, I already have enough chaos in my life, I feel like, and then there's the chaos of stuff everywhere and dust and sawdust and just stuff, and then projects never get completed fully. So we're gonna have to finish tomorrow. I need to paint the beadboard and the wall at some point. I don't know when. I don't have paint for that, so I'm gonna have to buy some at some point. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do even just a little project. Did you know that? It's a lot of work. Come on guys, it's now Sunday. Yesterday was pretty stressful. Today is gonna be pretty stressful. I don't know. when your husband's working 60 to 70 hours a week, every week lately, it's been hard on both of us, that's for sure. Hard on the girls, but like every place, it's understaffed right now, and so he's picking up the slack. So he worked late last night, early this morning, barely saw him, and he's gonna try to cram in as much work as he can and be home in time to go to a pizza cruise ship today, which is an hour and a half away. We had gone on a little 10-year anniversary in the La Crosse, Wisconsin area, and we went on a little cruise, like sightseeing cruise on the Mississippi River, and we saw that they had pizza cruises, so we thought it'd be a perfect thing to do with the girls. And we're going with another family, and they have a daughter who are really good friends with one another, and so we're gonna do that. I'm taking all the girls to church and Sunday school, so Gwen's not gonna get her full morning nap. We're gonna rush home, and she's not gonna get her full afternoon nap either, so I'm a little worried about that. And I'm a little worried Sam's not gonna get home in time, but it is what it is. So I don't know if I'm gonna have time to meal prep or do any of the things that I wanted to do during nap, because I didn't get a nap time yesterday because we were working on the basement. So okay, this morning I'm gonna make bulk pancake or waffles, I mean, for the whole month. So I do this most weekends. I will make extra and then freeze it, and then we have enough for once a week for like 3 more weeks, and then by that time I will be ready to make more of that one. Well, it keeps sticking to the top. I tried spraying it, and that's not helping. I don't know what's going on with this today. Okay, turning up the heat seemed to help. Breakfast is served. She's already eaten hers. Some leftover pancakes. We survived the first day of Sunday school and church, which Gwenny had a rough time in the nursery, but she's okay. We got home, I quick fed her a bottle, laid her down so that she can hopefully get like an hour and a half of nap before we have to leave. Making a quick lunch for us. Sam's gonna hopefully be home like right at the last minute or earlier. I don't think I'm gonna even try to meal prep during nap. It's just too stressful for me right now. I gotta pay bills too, and some other stuff. My dad came and finished off the bathroom, so I haven't even gotten to look at that yet. So just a lot of things I gotta do before 1:30. Our usual theme on the weekends is leftovers, leftovers, leftovers. So I'm having this leftover like picadillo thing we had earlier this week as tacos, cucumbers. Celia wanted pretzels and hummus. They're both having grapes and cucumbers, and Brandy wanted PB&J, so that's what we're doing. Okay, we've got our snacks ready for in the car. We've got water bottles. Packed a bottle, it's like a transition bottle, so it's got like a sippy cup top for Gwen in the boat in case she's hungry. I would love to know your tips for transitioning a baby from a bottle to like a sippy cup. Whenever I give her this to drink, she just plays with it. Like, she knows how to drink out of it, but she just thinks it's fun and she starts to play with it. My other girls were breastfed, so we just slowly weaned off of that. But now that she's 1, I mean, she only has 2 teeth so far. She's cutting 4 or 6 on the top right now, so that will help. But she still gets a lot of her calories and nutrition from formula right now, because I had to switch to formula because I got on blood thinners after having a pulmonary embolism back in June. And so I'm just having trouble like transitioning her off the bottle to something else. Like, I've been trying to encourage her to hold it, you know, but she just starts to play with it. So I don't really know. If you guys have any tips, let me know. Well guys, it is a whole new day because I was so exhausted after that pizza cruise. It was so much fun. The girls had a blast, the other family had a blast. I will say, if you take little kids on a boat, I don't have any advice for you, but just expect them to be extremely excited. If only they had a playground on the boat. There were definitely people, I think, that were annoyed because our kids were singing and having a lot of fun like on the bow of the ship, but it is what it is. Kids will be kids and you can't please everybody, but we had so much fun. I highly encourage you to, if you have something like that in your area, to go on like a sightseeing tour with your kids or have a meal on a boat. It was so fun, totally out of our ordinary, and the kids loved it. They learned a lot, and it's just a new social environment to learn about. I'm huge now, especially getting into homeschooling. I've always been huge on educating your kids in every experience, but I think especially now with homeschooling, I'm seeing how much learning is happening in everything we do. So even if you aren't homeschooling, you still are in a lot of ways. When you go to the store, they're learning so much. When you go to the park, they're learning. When you have family meals, they're learning. They're learning about being human and social situations and things like that, plus so many other skills when you really stop to think about it. So just feel encouraged. Everything you are doing with your kids is benefiting them in some ways. Even when you mess up, you're teaching them about failure and picking yourself back up, apologizing, and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon. Let me know what you're up to this weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.